Hi, Adriana. I heard you were going to get married. Huh? Oh, long time no see, Evelyn. When's the wedding going to be? We're planning on having it next spring. From who did you hear I was getting married? My mom was talking to your mom on the phone today. That's when I heard. Oh, is that so? I guess my mom did say that she was still in contact with your mom even after we moved into the neighboring city. I heard that you were going to marry the CEO of a large company. Oh, yeah? Of course you're going to invite me to the wedding, right? I wish you would understand how much I want to celebrate the wedding of an old friend. You'll invite me, right? Well, if you insist that much. Okay, I'll invite you. Should I send the invitation to your parents' house? Yep, that's fine. Still, though, it seems like everyone around me is getting married recently. There are other people getting married as well? Yes. Just this day before I heard about your wedding, I got a text from a friend from university that she was going to get married. She says her husband is a soon-to-be CEO of a company. I'm so jealous of you two. Both of you have struck fortunes. It's not like I'm marrying him for the money or anything, though. But still, it makes me so jealous. Oh, sorry. Can we end the conversation here? I'm currently on the way to the convenience store. Alright. Well then, I'll be waiting for that invitation to your wedding! Hi, Adriana. I got the invitation to your wedding. Oh, okay. Reply as to whether you'll come or not by the date written on the invitation. Alright. But still, I'm getting so many wedding invitations, it's a mess. Oh, you said that everyone around you was getting married, right? Yep. In fact, there's another wedding ceremony I need to go to the day after yours. Oh, really? That means you're going to have to go to wedding ceremonies back to back. Will you be able to manage it? Both are in the capital, so it's fine. More importantly, though, I keep looking at the specs of everyone's husbands. Who's marrying into a fortune and who's marrying a regular office worker. You know, I remember it for everyone. That's an interesting way of remembering things. Do you think so? Well, just reply to the invitation, alright? Got it. Hi, Adriana. Are you getting along with your fiancé? What? Yeah, there aren't really any problems between us. Oh, is that so? What is it? There wasn't any hidden meaning. I was just jealous that you're marrying a rich man. Can I be honest with you? Huh? It's true that I'm going to be marrying the CEO of a large company, but it's not like I married him for the money. There you go again, LOL. There was no way for me to know that the person I've been going out with since I was 15 would start his own company in the future, right? You were going out with him since you were 15? That's the 3rd year of middle school, right? He's not someone from the same grade, right? Because I didn't know him. He's the same age, but he went to a different school than us. I met him at the cram school I was going to prepare for high school entrance examinations. We took the exams for the same school and we both passed, and we've been going out ever since the first day of high school. So that's how you two met. But at the end of the day, you're still marrying a rich man, right? I run the company alongside him. What? Okay, we're finished talking about this topic. There's something else I need to take care of, so bye. Hi, Adriana. Where do you think I am right now? Are you already sleeping or something? Alright, I'll tell you the answer. I'm currently in a hotel with your fiancé. I was only your friend back in middle school because you would do whatever I told you to do, and that meant using you to my advantage was really easy. Put simply, you were my personal servant. And yet, you suddenly got engaged to a rich man. And he's handsome as well. That's why I stole him from you. Well, that's all I wanted to tell you. Oh, and I'm not coming to the wedding ceremony tomorrow. I mean, I stole your fiancé, so it's going to be canceled anyways, I suppose. Bye then. What is the meaning of this? What do you mean you stole my fiancé? This isn't funny, Evelyn. Besides, I was with my fiancé when you sent me these texts, so I know that they're not true. I myself am a witness that can prove that he didn't cheat on me, but still, I don't know what your intentions are, but it seems you don't want to celebrate my wedding. I understand you're not coming to my wedding anymore. Bye then. Adriana! Hey, what's the meaning of this? Only my seat isn't at the wedding reception. Explain this to me now. Huh? Evelyn? I apologize for being late to the wedding and not being able to make it to the ceremony at the chapel, and not telling you about it, but there was some emergency that I had to take care of during the morning, and I was only able to make it to the wedding now. And yet, when I tried to enter, my seat was gone. This is so cruel. I thought we were old friends that could talk about anything with each other. Didn't you say that you weren't coming? What? Didn't you tell me last night that you wouldn't come? Why are you even here? Hold on. When I said I wouldn't be coming to the wedding, I meant tomorrow's wedding. Didn't you send me a bunch of texts last night? About how you stole my fiancé and how you wouldn't come to the wedding? What? I'm busy with preparations for the wedding reception. Bye. Adriana, there's a misunderstanding. Those texts were meant for a different person. I accidentally bombed you with texts instead of them. Those weren't meant for you. I told you before that there was another wedding ceremony that I would be going to the day after yours, right? The groom I stole was the groom of that wedding, not yours. I said I wouldn't come to that wedding. I still want to come to yours. You see, the bride and groom of tomorrow's wedding are acquaintances from university. She was always so rude to me, even though she was so poor. And she's trying to just sneakily marry a rich man. Which is why I thought I needed to teach her a lesson and... I'm happy about your marriage from the bottom of my heart, Adriana. These people have nothing to do with you. I have nothing against you, so let me come to the wedding reception. Adriana, please. Reply to my texts. Adriana, help me. What do you want? You see, I'm being asked to pay alimony. Not only that, but the bride is making me pay for the cancellation fees of the wedding and also the cancellation fees for the honeymoon. Her name is Beth, right? The bride whose groom you stole and was forced to cancel the marriage ceremony and their honeymoon they had planned. She also canceled the marriage ultimately, right? You've always had a habit of insulting people like that from time to time. I always noticed it, but it was usually tolerable, so... But to think that you would become the kind of woman who would steal someone else's fiancé.
Did I tell you that her name was Beth?
I heard about it from your mom. It seems that when the bride was reproaching you for stealing her groom, you brought up the fact that you sent me messages that were actually meant for her, right? She said that she wanted me to send her screenshots of the texts you sent me, since it could be used as proof of what you and her groom had done. She also told me the details of what had happened.
You sent her the screenshots?
I mean, can you blame me? You bothered us with what you did as well.
What? What did I do to you guys? Rather, you're the ones who made me really sad by getting rid of my seat at the reception.
But weren't you trying to come to my wedding after you just ruined the marriage of one of your friends?
But that has nothing to do with you.
It seems Beth had already noticed that you two were cheating beforehand. Apparently, she was waiting with her relatives outside the hotel you two were at that night. The groom was immediately caught, but you took advantage of everyone's attention being focused elsewhere to make a run for it. Which is why you arrived at my wedding late, which you had intended to come to immediately before getting caught. That's what happened on the day of my wedding, right?
You know that much?
Not only that, but I heard you were planning on getting lost in the crowd at my wedding reception and use that time to plan out how you were going to make an escape.
You know even that?
Those messages you sent me by accident? Now that I think about it, I was lucky to have received those messages. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have let you come to my wedding without knowing about anything you'd done.
The incident involving Beth and your wedding are completely unrelated. I was planning on attending your wedding ceremony and celebrating just like everyone else.
I don't want someone who steals another person's fiancé celebrating my marriage. You disgust me from the bottom of my heart.
But Adriana, I'm all alone. Everyone's left me. I was also unlucky enough for one of my colleagues at work to be an acquaintance of Beth, which means that everyone at our company found out that I stole Beth's fiancé. I couldn't stand how everyone looked at me, so I quit, which means that I have no choice but to rely on you for help from now on.
Will you really not understand unless I tell you in clearer terms?
What?
I don't want to be friends with someone so inhuman that they would steal someone else's fiancé.
But we've known each other forever.
Don't think that just because we were old friends doesn't mean that we're unconditionally friends forever. Don't contact me ever again. Bye.
Adriana?
I heard this from Evelyn's mom at a later date. First of all, the groom that had cheated on his bride with Evelyn lost his position as the next CEO after this incident. His parents cut ties with him, and after paying what he needed to pay, quit the ceremony as well. He broke up with Evelyn as well and left his hometown as if he intended on starting completely anew. Evelyn, on the other hand, apparently not only did she think that there wouldn't be an alimony since the couple weren't married yet, but she also never even thought about having to pay for the wedding ceremony and the honeymoon's cancellation fees. I heard that when she saw that she had to pay tens of thousands of dollars, she fell to her knees and started shuddering in fear. Her parents didn't help her in any way, and in fact cut ties with her after the incident. Evelyn, all alone, now works mainly at a brothel, and is forced to take on shifts every day to support herself.
Hey, Karen. Your shirt on Lex. Would you mind not ogling my husband?
Huh? Excuse me?
I never oogled your husband. Besides, I've never even met your husband. Your parents said that I'm just a simple maid, not part of the family. I wasn't even able to meet your parents and wasn't invited to the wedding.
I'm coming home with my husband Paul today.
Excuse me? Today?
Yeah, you have a problem with that?
No problem. It just seemed so sudden.
Says he wants to take souvenirs that he brought home from his business trip. Before it expires or something. He's adamant about seeing my parents' place. He just won't shut up about it. So I was kind of forced into it. So, what I'm saying is, don't use your googly eyes to gape at my husband when he arrives. Just wanted to warn you beforehand is all.
Now why would I do that? I'm your older brother's wife, for Pete's sake. I don't want to act disloyal to my husband. I'm not that kind of person.
Well, I hope you keep it that way. And make sure you have the house spotless before we arrive. You're our personal maid. I expect this place to be immaculate.
All right, I'll do the best I can.
We'll be arriving in about 20 minutes.
Wait, 20 minutes?
Hey, Paul. I wish you had spent more time at my place. It was the first time visiting after all.
Yeah, it's just that I remembered I had an urgent matter to take care of.
Oh, really?
You haven't been back in a while, Megan. Relax, spend a bit of time with your folks.
Yeah, I plan on it. Going to stay overnight. You know what? I saw you talking to our maid while she was cleaning the bathroom. What was that about?
Yeah, just said hello. She's not a maid, she's your brother's wife, isn't she? She's a relative and I figured I should say hello and introduce myself. You know what I mean?
Oh, so that's what it was about.
Kinda seems weird to call your sister-in-law, your older brother's wife, a maid. What's going on?
Yeah, that woman? She has no relatives.
Wait, you mean she has no family? Her parents are passed?
That's right. Not sure if they passed, but what I do know is that she was brought up in an orphanage and only has a high school education. And she's no beauty, as you saw for yourself. How could a woman like that have a normal married life, right? My brother thought she would be the perfect maid for our home and agreed to marry her. She should be thankful.
Are you telling me that she works for free as a maid?
Absolutely. That's what she is. A cleaning lady. She's my brother's wife, but she's unattractive. So, being a maid is just what the doctor ordered.
Man, that is one weird situation.
My brother and mom are both in agreement. They actually like the whole arrangement. So, no problem. Secretly, I think she enjoys it.
I see. That means we better get divorced.
Wait, a what? Say that again?
Megan, I'm disappointed in you. I didn't realise you were such an awful person.
Wait a sec. Paul, what are you saying?
I better get going. We'll talk later.
Paul, wait! What the hell are you talking about?
Is this Paul? This is Karen. You slipped me the note while at the house today? You remember? Is this line correct?
Yeah, Paul here, no problem. Sorry to surprise you like that this afternoon. Probably didn't know what was going on. You already left the house, right?
Yes, I grabbed what I could as you said in the note.
I came to the business hotel that you reserved for me. I'm sitting in the room right now.
Seriously? Oh, what a relief. I'm glad I made up some reason to get into the house. I never thought you'd relent.
Oh yeah. You never visited this house before. During the wedding, they said the house was under renovation or something, as I recall.
Yeah, that's right.
But I must say, I was super surprised to see you. I never thought that you were the younger brother of my friend Elizabeth. She mentioned you a couple times in passing, but I didn't put two and two together. I had no idea that you married into this family. I wasn't invited to the wedding, and they never shared any photos, so how could I know, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Very unusual circumstances for sure. I only learned about it recently myself. I was just talking to my sister one day and things just didn't seem right. I made some inquiries. I had my suspicions, but I wasn't sure, so I made up some story and got her to invite me to the house. And there you were.
Elizabeth must have been really worried about me. Thank her when you see her.
I'm sure you can thank her yourself soon enough. She was very worried about you for the longest time. 3 months after you got married, you simply disappeared. My sister was worried sick about you. How long has it been since you disappeared? Wasn't it like 3 years? No, it must have been more like 4.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it has been 4 long years. One morning, my husband said we were moving into his parents' place. It was all so sudden. He sort of manipulated me into moving into the family home and made me work as a maid.
Did they make you change your phone number?
Yes, as soon as we moved into the house. They made me change the number. On top of that, I was only able to access his family members. They monitored me day and night. I worked as a maid and cooked 24/7. I thought of escaping, but I had no close relatives I could rely on. All the money that I saved over the years, that was all confiscated with not a penny in my name. I wasn't able to do much less escape.
I'll see. It really must have been hard on you.
Oh, and that $300 you left with me? I'll make sure to pay you back. On my way over to the hotel, I did a bit of shopping. I'll pay every penny back. And the cost for the hotel, I'll pay that all back.
Regarding the cost, talk to Elizabeth when you reunite with her. Actually, it was all her idea. She put up all the money.
She did that for me?
She said she'll stop in at the hotel when you check out in the morning. You'll finally get reunited. Relax and get some rest tonight. Order some room service. You deserve it. The hotel is downtown. A good 2 hours from your husband's home. I doubt they'll find you there.
Yeah, right. They figure I have no money. They would never expect me to get so far. They are probably searching the neighborhood right about now.
We'll do all we can to help if you plan on getting a divorce. Please consider this your golden opportunity. If there is anything you need, we're at your disposal.
I can't thank you enough.
Just gain your freedom. We're rooting for you, Karen.
Thanks so much, Paul. You're like a knight in shining armor.
Karen? Are you there? What the hell did you tell my husband? And where the hell did you disappear to? Get your ass back here and prepare some breakfast, for God's sake! You left the house last night and haven't returned. Where the hell did you go? What's the matter with you? You really got nerve disobeying us.
Good morning, Megan. I've decided to divorce your brother.
Pardon me?
I don't want you to get the wrong idea later on, so I'm going to explain it all here. Your husband, Paul, he happens to be the younger brother of my best friend. We grew up together in that institution.
Wait, What did you just say? You mean Elizabeth? Paul's sister is your best friend?
That's right. We first met in junior high and became best of friends. After we both started our respective careers, we were no longer able to see much of each other, but we've contacted each other online from time to time. However, 4 years ago, after I was forced to move into your parents' place, I lost all contact with her. And then yesterday, your husband, Paul, approached me while I was cleaning the bathroom and whispered that he was Elizabeth's younger brother, that he came to verify the rumors that I was in prison there. He and Elizabeth made plans for the escape.
What are you talking about? I thought you said you had no relatives and had nobody to count on for help.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But in the end, I was wrong. This may sound kind of strange, but thanks for bringing Paul into the house. I would have never escaped without his help.
What the hell are you talking about? That was not my intention. What's more, this whole thing is about to ruin my marriage.
I better get going. Elizabeth is picking me up soon. Goodbye, Megan.
What? Hold it a second! I'm not finished with you just yet! Karen, pick up! I'll tell my brother to treat you better, so... Come on! Talk to me! And tell Paul to reconsider this divorce nonsense! Karen, where the hell did you go? Nobody's doing the cleaning and cooking after you divorced my brother. This place is a pigsty. My brother quit his job too. News about the divorce apparently reached the workplace. He couldn't stand all the gossip. Mom and Dad, even my brother, they're all breathing down my neck because of you. They'd say it's my fault that you left. Paul divorced me, so I was tasked to do all the house cleaning. Please get back here. Marry my brother again. And get back to being the good man you were. Please. Even our neighbors are gawking at us like we're crooks. I can't take this any longer. Please, Karen. At least respond to my messages.
Good evening, Karen. I heard you rented an apartment near my sister's place.
Hey, Paul. Good evening. That's right. Small, but it's pretty nice. My divorce finally went through. Like you, your sister introduced me to a job at her company, and I just started working there a few days ago. It's been 4 long years, so I have to get used to it, but I think I can handle it. No problem.
That's great to hear, but just don't overdo it. There's plenty of time. If you need any help, make sure you give me or my sister a call. We'll help in any way we can.
Thanks, Paul. I really appreciate it. Well, for starters,
Yeah, sure. What is it?
it's Liz's birthday next month, right? I thought we could celebrate with just the 3 of us. Do you happen to know a restaurant nearby we could go to?
Sure thing. I know a couple of nice places around here. Give me the details later, like your budget, date and time, and so forth.
Okay, I'll do that.
If there's anything else, don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah, I'll do that. Hey, Paul.
Is there something else?
I really appreciate what you did for me. Thanks so much. After my great escape, I was finally able to get a divorce. During the divorce proceedings, we learned that the money I had saved, which was later confiscated by my husband's parents, was actually used to fund Megan's wedding. Fortunately, thanks to the lawyer Liz got me,
I was able to get all that back, every last penny. But what's more, I was able to extract a considerable amount for damages. Emotional distress for those dreadful 4 years I was forced to work as a maid. I kept a considerable amount of evidence during my confinement, such as recordings and even some video of the abuse. The neighbors also witnessed numerous occasions of abuse and was willing to testify on my behalf. The total amount for damages exceeded $60,000. I demanded a one-time payment, and I got it. As a result, they were forced to sell their house and all the assets they possessed. Last I heard, they were all living in a small apartment near the railroad tracks. But even there, they continued to disturb their neighbors with their constant bickering and fighting. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before they are evicted.